There is no room for weak husbands, just like that. And what's happening is in your home, you've allowed attitudes to run crazy. You've allowed issues and problems to just mount without you fixing them. You're expecting your wife to fix the issue. You're expecting somebody else or something else to come in and fix it. Husband equals solution. You as the husband are the solution. So if your wife has an attitude, you're the solution to it. If your children are running rampant, going crazy, talking back, you're the solution right against their backside. If the bills can't get paid, if money's all out of whack, you as the husband equal the solution. And I don't know how many times I have to tell men, and I get it that we live in a day where men have been made real soft. We live in the LeBron James era of flaking and fobbing and being soft. But not in marriage. In marriage, a husband has to be the authority, the leader, the head. That means he has to fix it. See, everybody wants to be a king until it's time to do what kings do. Everybody wants to be king when they have the crown and it's pretty. He's got the robe on. He's got the palace. He's got all of these good things. He's got gold everywhere. He's got servants. He's got all of this stuff. But when it's time to go slay giants, nobody wants to be king. Everybody wants to sit back then. But what I'm telling you is the weakness of that is making it so that your wife doesn't respect you, making it so that your children see you and say, that's what I want to grow up to be like. I want to be like dad who's having an attitude going back and forth with mom. Don't go back and forth with mommy. Fix the issue with mommy. You said, wait a minute, man. My wife is the issue. She's the one that's doing all this stuff. She's the one that's spending. Teach her how to spend. Teach her how to save. There is nobody coming to save you as the husband. Now, in the inverse of that, you have to save everybody in the family. Now, that may not seem fair. How is it that everybody has their issues? Everybody has their concerns. Everybody has their expectations of me as a husband. But when it comes to me as the husband, I don't have anybody to lean on. That seems unfair, doesn't it? Until you realize that you as a husband, you get all these benefits of being the authority. You say what is and what is not. Where we're going to go, where we're not going to go. What we're going to spend on, what we're not going to spend. See, there's a balance. There's a balance to it. And you as the husband have to be the solution to all of it. Because nobody's coming. Now, certainly iron sharpens iron. You hear that all the time when you hear it in the manosphere and all this stuff. Sure, there are other men that can help you through this. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that if you want God to hear your prayers, pay attention to this. This is from 1 Peter. But if you want God to hear your prayers, you need to be honoring your wife. You need to be honoring your wife, treating your wife as an heir to the kingdom, an heir to the throne. But you're treating your wife like she's a corn model. You treating your wife like she's just the fans only person. You get what you want out of your wife, and then you barely talk to her for the rest of the week, barely talk to her for the rest of the month, barely even deal with her. Cook me meat, woman. And that's it. But you don't want to nourish this woman. You don't want to clean this woman with the word. You have no word in you, no scripture in you. You have none of that power and that prowess, but you just want her to fulfill your physical need. And then you want to run around and say that you're the man. Or you have plenty of money. You got the job that you want. You got plenty of money. You bring all of that money home. You pay all of the bills, and then you treat your wife and your children like trash. Treat yourself like trash, and you just empty and void of anything that is leadership in your house. And that is the narrative that is being pushed online with your Andrew Tates and your Fresh and Fits and all of these clowns that are on YouTube tell you that as long as you got the money, then you should have however many women that you want. As long as you got the money, you can say and do anything that you want. Clown type behavior. These guys have millions of followers, thousands of likes and shares and comments and all this stuff. And people think that this is a real man. Why? Because he has a boxing glove on in the ring. He's a man. Man, please. Man, please. You have to be the fixer of all the issues that are within your home. And that's it. No, nothing else matters Don't wait on your wife says she did something wrong, so therefore she's going to come around and she comes to apologize. That's the softest thing I've heard in my life. Don't wait for your wife to come and apologize to you. Whether that sounds fair or not, it doesn't matter. You go to your wife when you are calm because she offended you, right? She offended you when you are calm and you're ready to talk about it. Matter of fact, the conversation shouldn't even happen until you are ready. But don't let your getting ready be a week, 5 days, 2 months. No, have this conversation with you and God. And then you take this stuff to your wife and say, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to fix it. This is the solution to it. This is the solution. Same thing with anything that you want to build. You say, hey, I want to start a business for my family and have it. You bring to your wife, here's the blueprint. Here's how we're going to do. Here's some knowledge. Here's some information. Here's some of this. This is where we're going to put it. This is how we're going to do it. What do you have to say about it? And then she'll give you some wisdom. She'll say, what about this? How about that? But you bring the solution to the table. Stop waiting. You bring the authority. You bring the aggression. You bring the protection. The enemy knows that if you are at odds with your wife, he knows that God is like, nah, I'm not hearing that prayer. Your prayers are hindered and shaky and whatever. He knows that. Why do you think the enemy is coming against you and your wife? Man, y'all would fix it and get it together. This is the language of kings. Tell them I sent you.